Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Homestead Hopes. Hey, I had been talking about in our last video that I had some big news to share with you guys. So I'm ready to share it, and here it is. We are building our dream home. We have been saving and planning for this for roughly about 5 or 6 years, and we couldn't be more excited. And I wanted y'all to come along on our journey as we put together our dream home. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a little late to the party. I wanted to start this video way before we put our first wall in and started framing, but I didn't get to do that. I was too busy with work and just not being very diligent about doing that. But we're going to start now, and here's what we have so far. So right here, this is a bedroom. This is going to be for one of our kids, and we also have a second bedroom here. These bedroom measurements measure about 12 to 13 feet by 15 feet, so they should be plenty big for our kids to grow into. And then we are starting this third bedroom today. So I'm going to put a time-lapse video in here of us framing the rest of this room. So the layout of our house goes that this will be the entrance to our house. This is our entryway. This is going to be a pole barn style of a house. Now we've already got our pipes ran into the foundation, and this concrete is stamped concrete. So we are going to go with the stamped concrete look. We are going to epoxy over this, and so it'll be flat and smooth, but it'll just have these lines and patterns in it to where it looks like rock in some rooms like this one kind of have the marbly river rock look. And then, like I said, in our entryway we have this is what they call the cobblestone look. And then this area is going to be a garage. So we already have the big shop over there. We park most of our vehicles and projects and things like that in there, but we want a garage just dedicated to the cars we drive daily to be able to park those in. Now, as you can see, it's kind of dangerous around here. We've got a lot of old lumber where we pulled off concrete forms and kind of rubble laying around, but we will get this cleaned up. For now, I think we are going to unload this wood from this trailer, and we need to go get some more wood. We might actually start framing out for our garage portion of the house today too. So let's get started getting this wood moved. So we got an empty trailer. Now Austin is going to get the trailer hooked up to the truck, and we are going to run to McCoy's and get some more lumber for our job. here at McCoy's. We're gonna go in and pick up some lumber. Maybe some other things too. All right,
Yeah,
we got some framing nails. Now we're gonna go look for a level and get our lumber. Dallas is stopping for some free popcorn. We didn't find a level, so we're gonna go to Harbor Freight and get a level. We got our nails and we're gonna get the lumber loaded up now.
Thank you.
We're gonna go with this 72-inch level for $19.99. We're getting our free bucket today too with the purchase of our level. All right, now it's time to head home and unload all this lumber and get started building some more walls.
All right, so next, I'm gonna build this front wall right here. When we're done with that front wall where the front door is, we're gonna come off here and build the wall for Shelby's room and lock that into the hallway wall. The reason I'm doing them square, like little square bedrooms at a time, is because as of right now, I'm not attaching these interior walls to the ground because we have PEX for in-floor heating, and I'm gonna buy a thermal imaging camera and run hot water through that PEX because I'm afraid I'm gonna hit one of them. So I'm just trying to get it braced up by having cubes done a little at a time. That way nothing falls over on us.
All right, so right now Dallas and I are marking out our studs. They're 16-inch on center. We got this neat little tool on Amazon, so we don't have to measure every one. It automatically puts them there for you. So now that we got that marked out, we're gonna go ahead and start putting the studs in there. We're measuring for some windows. We also have to drill the holes for our J-hooks. Here we are laying the studs out. You can see we are crowning every stud. We try to put the crown pointing up. That just helps with the walls be a little less wavy. There we are nailing them together. Right now I'm cutting a 1/2-inch sheet of OSB to go in between the header. This is actually the header for the entryway door. So it's about, I believe it was 9 foot wide. The entryway is going to be sunk in about 4 foot, so the entryway to the house is pretty wide right there. Here we are nailing in the jack studs after we've already put the header in there. Putting our seal plate foam down. And here we are standing the wall. Getting it sat on your J-hooks. I put a brace on there. We're leveled everything. Right now we are tightening the nuts down on the J-hooks. I went ahead and cut a little piece of wood to go in between where the two walls meet to go ahead and nail them together. Putting another brace on right now. It was pretty windy, as you can see the trees in the background. All right, so right here I'm grounding down the concrete. We poured the slab in different sections and we tried to put every different section on where a wall would land, and where those are, it's just not completely level. Plus the floor is stamped, so I just grind it down to try to get the wall as flat as possible. Same thing, we're putting the studs in, crown the studs. We do have a doorway right here for, I believe, Shelby's bedroom. Yes, this is Shelby's bedroom. There's the header going in. All right, so right here we did layout, got our cripples right. We put our cripples above the header. Got those stapled in. Now we're standing the wall up. Level the wall, make sure it's square to the other wall. Now we've moved on to the very northwest wall. We're gonna stand it up. It's only about a 10-foot section. Pretty small wall, but there is one window in it for the guest bedroom slash game room. You can see my daughter's crazy walking around barefoot. There I am framing the window. There's my buddy Michael. Appreciate the help. It's always nice when you have friends that work for beer. We stood that wall up. Got a couple braces on the outside of it. I did put one on the inside crossways right there. And now I am grinding where that wall is going to be just to get it flat. Dallas is leaf blowing all the dust off for us. Here we are laying out our bottom plate. The bottom plate is in two separate pieces because the first little bit of that is going to be outside, so I put a treated board there. Dallas and Mary nailing those together for us. There's the wall standing up, plumbing it, making sure everything's good. And now we're going to start on the other wall for that game room. There's Ringo checking everything out. So here we are laying our studs out. Michael brought this little cart down so we don't have to do it on the ground, and it was way easier. I'm measuring for the door right now. We stood it up, and of course I forgot to put the header and the jack studs in there, but we did that later.
All right, guys, so that's what we got done yesterday, and that's going to do it for today's video. Tune in next time when we start working in on the other side of the house and getting it buttoned up and get this thing closed in. So thanks for watching Homestead Hopes. We'll see you next time.